the Achieve and Thrive Show, where leadership meets authenticity. The show where you discover how to become a leader who is no longer impacted by interferences and distractions, but instead becomes untouchable. Starring Annette Comer and Aileen Castellano. So now, get ready for what others won't tell you.
I'm so confused about something that happened to me yesterday, Annette. In fact, I lost sleep last night thinking about it. Can you see the dark circles under my eyes?
No, Aileen, I cannot see any dark circles under your eyes. So what in the world caused you to lose sleep? Is this about that meeting you had with your banker yesterday asking for money? I mean, you've known this guy for years, so what made you lose sleep?
Yes, but something happened yesterday, Annette. I asked for financing for my business, and he came across as so strong and confident in the words he used and how he made the loan offer. But instead of me being equally as strong in the negotiating terms, I saw myself wavering. And in the meeting, I felt deflated and thinking to myself, where in the heck did my self-confidence go?
Maybe you left it in the car, Aileen.
Probably. It felt like that.
I think we as women often question our self-confidence. Maybe some of you watching also feel you're slipping occasionally, whether it be in the middle of a meeting presentation or when you go in to ask for a promotion or when you're about to close a really important deal. And when you're in the midst of uncertainty and world changes as we are now, confidence can feel even more elusive.
But yet the world teaches us that if you get more self-confidence, then everything becomes easier. But this is not necessarily true. And this is what we want to explore today. Because more confidence can be a blessing, yes, but it can also cause problems that feel like a curse. And yet we both have been seeing so much written about self-confidence and what we women need to do next. But no one talks about the challenges that come along with more confidence.
Well, isn't that the truth, Aileen? Because they want to make you think that everything's going to be perfect if you have more self-confidence. So today we want to share what the research actually tells us. Self-confidence is a struggle for most of you, but especially for you women, no matter how powerful and successful you are. In the book, The Confidence Code, Katty Kay and Claire Shipman did a great job of describing how many of you have already experienced something they call the confidence gap, which is this gap that represents the difference between how men and women handle confidence. And this is a gap that not only creates a source of frustration for you women, but unfortunately, it's a career limiter for so many of you.
And this is not something new for Annette and I. All through our careers as businesswomen, we've had to face the blessing and the curse of too much or not enough confidence. And through these experiences, we came to discover that there are three main pillars of self-confidence and that all is not rosy with each one. And it was a big surprise for both of us when we found that with more self-confidence, things didn't necessarily get easier, but in fact, got very complicated.
And I suspect some of you are saying, what? That doesn't make any sense.
No.
But once you understand the blessing and curse aspect of each pillar of self-confidence, you will get what we mean. So our purpose today is to help you understand the confidence foundation that is needed if you want to be really confident and be aware of what you need to do to not lose it. Because without knowing these little things we're going to share with you, you can easily get tripped up and be left feeling confused and frustrated.
Absolutely, Annette. So let's take a look at these three pillars of self-confidence and what they can mean to you. Pillar number one is you need to own your own successes. You may struggle with this as it means you have to brag a little on yourself, and we know women don't do well on talking about their wins, accepting compliments, or definitely bragging on themselves. But we also know that if a man or a woman don't tell others how great you are, they can't know.
Well, and that's very true. So in this case, it doesn't matter if you are a woman or a man. If you are sitting around hoping someone's going to notice all the great things you're doing, guess what? They're not. Or will acknowledge your superpowers, guess what? They're not. So if you're thinking others are paying attention, which usually they aren't, and you think they're going to brag on you, which probably they won't, then you're going to be frustrated, undercompensated, and your confidence is going to slip.
That is so true, Annette. So the answer to this dilemma is to learn how to brag about yourself. We don't have time to show you today how to properly do this bragging thing, especially if you're a woman, but we want you to realize it is important to tell others about what great things you're accomplishing. So think about it this way. When you own your own successes, you're showing up as a power player, not as a wallflower.
And we don't want to be a wallflower. So this is the leadership aspect that all of you need to learn how to embrace, because without it, others will not follow you. However, there is a dark side to owning your successes that you need to be aware of, because if you're not aware of this, it's going to trip you up, especially if you're a woman. And when you own your own successes, others sometimes will be threatened by you. This is the dark side we're talking about. And some of your friends may not suddenly like you. And men seem to navigate this arena so much better than women.
Absolutely. So this is a curse aspect of strong self-confidence. And it has absolutely happened to me. Annette and I were both totally floored by it. It made no sense, as this is not what the world told me was going to happen. I was actually being punished for strong confidence and not being rewarded. And so at that point, I felt isolated, confused, and even betrayed by friends and people that I held very true to my heart.
So what we're trying to tell all of you watching is this: don't let this reaction from others catch you off guard. Expect it and continue to own your own successes. If you let this curse catch you off guard, you will show up unsure, scattered, and maybe even weak. So now let's move to pillar number 2. Allow yourself to want more. Now this is all about expanding, being willing to have a bigger reach, more influence, bigger dreams, to really matter and be confident in knowing this.
So this pillar number 2 is the key to stepping into your more confident you. Because if you're not able to allow yourself to want more and to admit that, then you will not experience the feeling of more self-confidence. Let me clarify this for you guys today. If you're not playing full out by seeing yourself with more, by knowing that you deserve more, then you will struggle to stand in a place of strong self-confidence. You won't ask for more money or go for the big idea, and self-doubt and negative talk will always creep in.
And when you want more, there's another curse that we're going to talk about that might show up. Because with wanting more, you will automatically become more visible and more vulnerable to criticism and judgment. And you may not know what to do with this because, to be honest, it feels pretty yucky.
And even worse, depending on how you handle this curse aspect, it can lead you to showing up as someone very unattractive, especially if you're a woman. Based on how you react to this judgment and criticism, you can look weak, insecure, and even hesitant. Not a pretty sight. So now we're going to move in.
No, it's not. Well, I'm going to interrupt you there because I've seen that, Aileen. It's not a pretty sight is not even the best way to put it. I mean, it's downright ugly, isn't it? It really is.
For women, we like to look pretty. So ugly is never an option.
Yes.
Oh,
never a good one, no.
So pillar number 2 we're going to be talking about today is be your own bank.
Now, Aileen, this is one that I embraced years ago. And I have to tell you, it made all the difference in the world to my self-confidence. So the bottom line for all of you watching is this: you have to invest in yourself. Now, we're not talking about the latest tech gadget or a new haircut. I mean, sure, these are nice, but what we're referring to here is taking real money and put it toward learning more, improving your skills, and gaining tools, all the things you need to make sure you're more valuable, more powerful, and overall a savvier leader.
I love that, Annette. A savvier leader. That sounds so eloquent.
Oh, yes.
So often you wait for someone else to take care of your career, your business success, or whatever that is for you. But guess what? That is giving away your power.
You know what? And Aileen, the funny thing is that driven individuals like you and I would never give away our power on family matters. No. But yet we've been known that to do this all the time with our career and business. Now, obviously you and I have changed our thinking. And so I'm encouraging all of you watching to change your thinking. See yourself as a bank. What you invest in yourself will show up as value and result in more self-confidence. And the best part, it can be reaped over and over again.
I know what you say is true, Annette, but there's a curse to investing in yourself. And it is this: there's no turning back and there's no refund. You have committed to your own success, and as a high performer, admitting defeat is never an option for us.
No, it's not. And even with the curse of no refund, being your own bank is an absolute must if you want to have more and more self-confidence, and in the end, more success. It is an equation not to be ignored. So listen up. Here's the equation. Invest equals self-confidence equals big success. So there you have it. 3 pillars that form the basis for unshakable self-confidence. And with these, you also know the things you need to watch out for to not be tripped up.
So if you want to be an untouchable leader like Annette and I, then self-confidence is imperative. And you must be savvy about its blessing and its curse. Without unshakable self-confidence, you will get pushed off your game or worse yet, ignored. So let's see where you're at as a leader. Are you untouchable? We have a free gift that will help you find the answer. If you're on a desktop or laptop, just click on the video to get access to the gift. If you're on a mobile device, then click on the link in the description notes below.
And before we close, I have a sneak preview of what's coming next that I want to share with you. So let me just say this. Think rocket boosters.
Oh, wow, Annette, that sounds so exciting. Does that mean that we're taking a trip to the moon?
Well, Aileen, you're almost right. So pack your bags because it's to the moon and beyond.
So as you're all starting to pack your bags, I want to remind you why we are here to teach you and what we want to help you to become and how we want you to help you to become an untouchable leader. We don't want you to be knocked off your game by any of your interferences or any distractions.
So stay full throttle toward becoming someone who truly makes a difference. Guys, the world is waiting for you to show up. So bye for now.
Bye for now.